Hello, everyone, and welcome to our today's session. We are very happy to have you today with us. My name is Alina Danu, and I'm an Education USA advisor for Education USA Regional. As you know, Education USA Regional is here to help those students who are going through their application or research process for their undergraduate or postgraduate studies. We have professional advisors who can guide you through the process and who can help you in these difficult times. So if you're applying either this fall, if you're planning to apply next year, please let us know. We would be happy to help you. Additionally, we are doing monthly webinars, which if you are a subscriber of our YouTube channel, you already know. So I highly recommend you to go on our website to subscribe for our social media platforms. We have a Telegram page, we have a YouTube page, and we also have our website. So all these are great resources for those who are preparing for their studies in the US. Okay, so I already said that we are doing the monthly webinars. This month, we are still having 2 more webinars for which you can subscribe next week. And today we have a webinar with an international student, with a student from Ukraine, who will share his experience about studying in the US. So I'm welcoming today Nikita. Nikita is in Greece. So I think it's very hot out there, but in Moldova it's also hot. So
Yes.
so I can say that we are the same now for the
Yeah.
weather. Nikita, I would just like to give you the floor to introduce yourself, and then we can just go through the Q&A session that all the questions that I have prepared for you. And for those that are with us now live, please put your questions in the comments. We will answer them after we finish with those that we have prepared for Nikita.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Nikita Valsamaki. I'm an international student from Ukraine. I'm a finance major at Arsanis College in Pennsylvania. I've been in the US for the last maybe 4 years already. So I went to high school there at Spring Street International School in Washington State, and then I transitioned to my college. Yeah.
Okay, so it's an interesting case here because usually all our international students, they would go directly to their undergraduate studies, but Nikita is a special case, let's say, because he went into the States when he was in his 10th grade, right? So
Yes.
I think it's also impressive and inspiring for those students who want to apply for their high school in the States. So maybe if you can just talk a bit about the application process for your high school and how was that experience, and then we can just move on the application for the specifically for the university.
Yeah. So in my situation, I had completely unusual situation applying to to high school in the US. I basically did. Applied. I emailed like 20 schools in the US. Um, Told them like I'm interested in studying in the US. What can you give me? And a few weeks later, I received a few responses. Somebody said I have to do like a English test, and they told me the cost of the high school that was kind of high for me. So I just waited, and by the end, I received another email about uh, the school, Spring Street International School in Friday Harbor, Washington State. They asked me if we could do like an interview with you, and then they basically said, "Okay, let's do it. We can give you one spot at our school for a full ride, full scholarship there for till 12th grade." So I 1 month later I went to US. Kind of, it was really quick experience with all the documentation. So, and it was in the middle of the year, so it was kind of like spontaneously.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. So what month was that specifically when you outreached them?
It was November, and I started my application like with the visa application in December, and then in January I was already there.
Nice. Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, as you have finished your high school in the States and you have applied as an international student with your Ukrainian citizenship, obviously, for your university, what can you say about how you chose that university specifically? What inspired you to choose specifically a liberal arts college instead of a larger
Yes.
university?
So I love when I have my own time with my teachers and professors. So that was a kind of like a big step for me. I toured few large universities like University of Washington, um, University of Pennsylvania. I went to NYU, and then I realized that the big schools are not for me at all, just because of I would not kind of like get my time with professor to get to know them and also let them know about me. Because when I went to one lecture in University of Washington, it was like a 300 people hall, and I was like, oh my god, I can't even ask the question the professor, because like after the lecture you see the huge line of students just to ask one question, and I was like, that's kind of not for me. So I started looking for another schools, like smaller schools. And Ursinus College, it's a small school. I believe it's 1,500 people in total. So I toured there. I kind of like understood the culture, and also I talked with professors, and I realized that's the best way for me to study in the US, to kind of like have a smaller classes. I believe the average class there is 11 people. Um, there's bigger classes if you have like a requirement major course, but I love that. And that's kind of the first reason why I chose to go to liberal art college. But they also, another reason is when you're going to like, I was thinking about what I'm going to do in the future. So I started doing my research about liberal arts colleges, and I realized that in liberal arts college, you're not only studying your core like finance, for example, finance courses. You will do another core courses, for example, like English course, psychology, physics. It's the requirements that you have to take over the 4 years when you're there. So, and I kind of like love to learn more about all aspects like of life, and what's kind of like and find kind of like the different things that I would probably like to do. And during my first year, I found out that I kind of love doing something with the law. And also, I was thinking to take a German course there my second year, just because of I love learning new languages. So that's kind of the basics.
I think that's already impressive, and it gives already the understanding to other students that you can experience different things, different courses, and maybe you can decide on
Yes,
your major a bit later, not from your first year. Okay, and how was
yes,
the application process? So you said that you have applied as an Ukrainian student. Was the process similar to the process that our students would do? Like, have you taken any English proficiency test, maybe some standardized test? What about the
yes.
application package?
Yeah, so I've been admitted as international student, and my application was as international student. So I went through the whole process as our students from Europe or Central Asia would do. I did the same thing. I did only one test, and it was Duolingo English test. So I didn't do SAT. I didn't do IB test. I would say, or AP uh, AP test. I just submitted my Duolingo English test, and that's all the tests that I was thinking to submit. Because first of all, there is a lot of schools in the U.S. that test optional for all students. It means like you don't have to submit your SAT to the schools. That's kind of like I took advantage. to that just because like I didn't really want it to stress me out like my last year of high school. I wanted to have like the calm high school experience, but it wasn't. I applied to 40 schools in the US. So it was a stressful year for me. So yeah, and I wrote a lot of essays. It was the common app application that I did. Um, yeah, I would say like it's a normal application that wants to kind of like get to know you as a student and as a person. But that's kind of what my application process looked like.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. And what about the financial aid? Have you applied for any scholarships? What have you got in the end?
Yeah. So I applied to scholarship in private universities because there's a difference between public and private universities. For public yeah, schools in the US, you have two costs of tuition. There is in-state tuition and also outstate of tuition. I would be counted as outstate of tuition. So and I normally not qualified for any scholarship at public universities. So that's kind of like I didn't really apply to many public universities. So when I applied to public universities, they have their own kind of like a private scholarship for you. So I got, I believe, $50,000 or $45,000 as a, oh my god, the marriage oh my god, merit
Scholarship.
based, yes,
Mhm.
merit scholarship at Ursanis College. And also they had for international students, I believe, like $1,000 or $2,000. So the total package of financial aid for me was $55,000 or 60, something like that. So the total cost of the university of college, I believe, $80,000. So I got my pretty much tuition lowered as much as possible. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's kind of like a small, brief understanding of financial aid in the US.
Thank you. Okay, and since you were saying that you have your major already decided and you have applied with a specific major in finance, and you mentioned already that you have changed a bit your minor.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, how flexible is your college when combining those different fields?
So at Ursanis College, we have a lot of students who have double major. Uh, so most students have business majors and also the second major in a language course. Mostly it's Spanish. But I decided to maybe double major in German. I'm still deciding. I will take it next year, just because of during my first year I took Chinese, the Mandarin, and I was like, I can't take it. So I was like, I dropped my course because it was too hard for me, and also I had another four courses that I had to keep up. So I decided to take German next year. So yeah, and like the average number of student has one minor at least. So the college can give you like two minors. Three, it's kind of like impossible for me because you have to take all of the requirements, like 21 credits in 4 years. So it's kind of a lot, and I was considering to. So I have a minor in accounting, and I'm trying to get a minor in. Oh my god, what's the word? Sorry.
In
Uh,
criminal justice, I think you said,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So just because of a lot of liberal art colleges and also different universities in the states, they have programs that you could take a kind of minor or second major at your university, and also after that you can apply through, I believe, different application to the master's degree. and you can only and then you studying for like 1 year, and you can get your master's. So Arsenis College has the partnerships with St. Joseph's University, so that's why I kind of chose to pursue criminal justice. Other scientist right now, but I'm still in the transitioning of like I have to contact my advisor, tell them what I'm gonna do, why I want to kind of do with that. So yeah, but flexibility in college about getting your second major or second minor or even like the first minor is pretty easy to get. Like you do application for that, and that's kind of it. And then you have to take the courses that required for your minor. But also one thing I wanted to mention that during your first year, you don't have to know what your majors are at all. So I during my first semester, I had undecided major just because of college makes you kind of like understand some core um, courses for your major. Like I took microeconomics during the first semester, and I loved it. Then I went to um, one program that our college kind of like gives opportunities to do. It's kind of like the professional development program that I'm probably going to talk about that later. But I worked with some professionals during 3 days, like shadowing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do that." So after that, like 3 weeks later, I declared my majors right away. But again, you don't have to declare your majors, I believe, until your third year. During your second year, you probably should, just because of the courses that you're taking. It might be not like you might not take all the courses, and you will be not on time with your the full like schedule stuff. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And since you are studying at a small liberal arts college, how does studying at this institution affect your relationship with professor and classmates compared to what you expected before coming to the US? I mean, how was that process? I mean, you studied in the high school. I
Yeah.
suppose it was that super different, but you still had experience of studying in Ukraine. And how would you
Yes.
compare?
So I love kind of like these professors that I had my first year, and the difference I would say between Ukrainian teachers and also like the American teachers and also professors are kind of significant because in Ukraine you would not really be you're not really open to your professors. Like you're not talking about your personal life. You're kind of like you're keeping secrets sometimes, and you're not talking about what you love, like to do like hobbies or stuff. But in the US, I had completely different experience. Like all the teachers in my high school, they were super friendly. I still like after graduating, I could call them like anytime and like, "What's up? How was your day? Or how was like what are you doing right now?" Uh, Kind of like that. And professors in college specifically right now, they're really friendly. They always want to help you and like to make sure you will succeed in the future and also in their courses. But also during the lectures, we could joke around like about soccer or anything basically. Like one of the professors for my microeconomics class, Professor King, he was like he was teaching so like perfectly, I would say. Like he was trying to make us not like study material only. He would talk about his experience, like what he went through in his life, and also like applied the economics kind of like terms and also like the economic concept in his kind of discussion. And also we were joking about the soccer. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of like the difference between US and also Ukraine.
educational system, let's say, or
Yes,
approach.
yes, yes,
Approach.
approach.
Okay, then, as you said, if the academics are so good, what about the extracurricular activities that you have on campus? Maybe what opportunities you had when and where you have been involved. By the way, are you working on campus or not? I think that would also be useful to share with our students.
Yeah. So I've done a lot of things during my first year. So first of all, I joined the fraternity my first semester on campus, and second semester I became a vice president there. So also I got a two on-campus jobs. I work at admissions. I'm a tour guide. We also called it a golden ambassador. And also I did the kind of like the project for Native American people. We kind of like made a 3 or 2 days meeting for Native American kids across the country, like across the United States. We got there was a lot of like scheduling that we had to do, and that's kind of like was my aspect of that job. And then also I joined the USIMCO, it's Ursanis College Investment Company. So I became a junior analyst at USIMCO, where I learned how to manage the portfolio for the college, and then kind of like the aspect of that, we have $100,000 of kind of like stocks, and then we're invested. In different companies, and by the end of the year any profit that we make we're donating it back to the school. So that's kind of like hands-on experience, I would say. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay,
And
I mean
also,
that's already enough.
yeah, and also right now I'm doing internship online with one of the companies in New York City. It's basically like research internship, and also I'm preparing for SIE exam. It's one of the fundamental financing, kind of like licensing course.
Okay, so since you spoke now about the finance, um, finance is often associated with large business schools, as we know. What
Yeah.
advantages have you found in studying finance at the liberal arts college?
I would say the relationship with professors. That's the first place, and the second thing is the connection that you would have. Uh, with alumni connections, I would say, because in larger schools you don't really connect with alumni that much. That I would say, in my experience at our science college, just because of we have the alumni, kind of like the website where we could connect with alumni that kind of like wants to help undergraduates to get a job in the future. Also, if you're trying to get internship, you could reach out to through that website and find basically everything that you need. And also, again, a relationship with professors, and also if you will build really good relationship with your professor, they will probably recommend you to the employees that probably will give you like internships in the future. So that's kind of like the difference. I don't know what's happening in the bigger, larger business schools, because I went there for like one time and it was a tour, but I would say that's kind of what I learned during my first year.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And I think we forgot to mention that anyway. I mean, you had a bit of an adjustment process, even though you had finished the high school and you went directly to the high school. Maybe if you can just talk a bit about the biggest challenge adapting
Yeah.
to the US and also to the university. I mean, how different was that from your high school?
Yeah. So my first semester began with like this stress, just because of uh I had to renew my visa over the summer after I finished my high school. So, and when during the June last year, all the visa application were stopped for international students. Maybe you know. So after that, they opened those slots, and I had to fly to Austria, spend there a week, and then I got denied in my visa. So yes, that was a really stressful moment, and then I had to reapply again. The whole process, it took a lot of time and also money. And then I got refused in visa second time, and they're like, "Okay, you have to wait, but here your passport." I was like, "Okay." I came back to Greece. I waited for 3 or 4 weeks, and my flights were 2 weeks away. And one day I received my email: "Your visa got approved. Please come and submit your documents." So that was kind of like the. It was really bad experience for me. It was a lot of stress, but then and I already started thinking, okay, I'm not going to college in the US. So then I had to adjust with a thought, okay, I'm still going. And then the first part it was, okay, how am I gonna find friends? Like it's like opposite side of the country where I've been to, and I didn't really had friends around. One of them in Florida, and another one is in Connecticut. So it's pretty far from me. So I wasn't kind of like thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna go there right now and gonna meet with them." No. Uh, so I started like joining the clubs. Like I joined the fraternity to kind of like started meeting people. Also, I went to social events there. um, that kind of the process kind of helped me to get to know other people, and those people helped me to adjust at the first place, because high school and college is completely different situations and the environment. And the second thing that I've been struggling during the first semester, it was time management, because high school and college or university is really different on like academics. In high school you have like a, oh, you have time to go spend time with your friends and do whatever you want. But in college, if you don't pass that class, you have to repeat it again. Like if you're not especially for a major core courses, you have to, in my college you have to receive C minus at least to be able to go uh, on the next level course. So I've been struggling a lot with my time management and also like my discipline to go and actually sit and do my homework and write that paper. So, and then one of my professors, he said like, "Oh, you can try to do um, student success office." Basically, it's an office where you sit with the professional and you talk about your schedule, when is your exams, when your tests are, and what you're doing after, like if you have sports, if you have extra curriculum. Basically, you're planning all of your schedule for, say, 1 week, and you make like every single hour, make yourself busy, and that's kind of helped me a lot. So during the first semester, I would meet with that professional every single week to plan my full week, and that actually helped me. During the second semester, I didn't go to any of the like appointments with her, and I learned how to do it by myself, basically.
That's great. I
Yeah,
mean, that's a great tip. I mean, it's impressive how how much help they can offer you
yeah,
if you're struggling with something.
yeah,
And we had our pre-departure orientation sessions, and we already told our students who are going this fall into the States, and we already mentioned several times how many advisors and counselors you have there
yeah.
when you get on the campus. So you'll have a lot of
Yes.
support.
Yeah,
Okay.
I currently have my two advisors, one academic advisor, another it's international student advisor. Also, I have my mentors there in my USIMCO club, and also my it's a lot of people that wants to help, like even professors, like there are like my advisors basically.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Okay, and one of the the last questions that I have for you is, what advice would you give to high school students from Central Asia and Eastern Europe who are considering applying to liberal arts colleges in the United States? I think it's already an advantage because you already mentioned that it was a bit of a struggle, between, with the time management and all that. And I think in
Yes.
our region, in Eastern Europe and Central Asia, it's a bit pushy with the schedule and with everything, and students tend to have a lot of activities. So I
Yeah.
really hope that for many of them that wouldn't be a struggle, but still
Yes.
there might be some advices that you can maybe share with them.
Yeah. I would say don't be scared about any challenges that you will have during your even application process, because most of the liberal, specifically liberal art colleges, they love to be when people are creative, and they love to see yourself, like not the fake person that you're trying to impress. Like, even working at admissions, I learned that all the admission counselors, they see you who you are even when you're lying. So that's the first thing I would say. And also, uh, it's a great opportunity even for professional, like future profession, because a lot of employers, they're looking right now at liberal art colleges, and they want those students more and more, just because of their not only studying one course, they're learning physics, they're learning politics, they're learning all aspects of like the education, and they see those students more like on the top than when you're only studying one thing, and like finance, business, or I don't know, like politics. So that's kind of like advantage of liberal art education, is that you're not sitting and learning only one thing. You're doing so many things during your 4 years that employers, they want to see it on your resume in the future. So, and for example, like InterScience College, we have a new program that got introduced for us last year. It's called Apex, Applied Professional Experience, I would say. It's basically from the first year, you will, like, you're more and more kind of like, uh, how can I explain it? So you basically, they're trying to connect you to the after college experience. Basically, you started working on your resume during your first semester, second semester. Basically, you have a lot of mentors coming and talking about their experience during the college and after college. Second semester, you're working your cover letters. Basically, all the kind of like work needed documents you will have by the end of your fourth year. So, and also like they're helping you to get your internships. Also, we just got introduced to another program that we go next year during spring semester. It's called Go Global. So basically, all the students that are participating in the Apex, they're going abroad or domestically for like a week or two. I don't know yet how long, but they're basically putting their hands on actual like experience of like work experience. So, and included in your tuition already. So plane tickets, everything is included. So that's kind of like what I love about even like liberal art colleges, is that they want you succeed so much, so they will put even your money, they will be worth it. That's how I will put it.
So that's basically career orientation from your first
Yes.
semester. Okay,
Yes.
that's impressive. Good. So we have here a question in the chat from Anna. What did you write to the schools? Is it simply that you were interested in studying there and needed full tuition coverage? Is that right? Could you repeat the name of the school you got into? I mean, we have a chat here, so we can just put the name
Yeah.
of the school in the chat
Yeah.
eventually.
So I basically, if you're talking about the high school, I wrote an email about, hey, I'm a Ukrainian student that interested in studying in the US. basically I'm looking for some scholarship. Scholarships is like if you have any, and let's talk basically in the email and what's the application process would look like for international students. That's basically it. What I said, and then the whole conversation went kind of like a lot of emails like back and forth, and then it was like the interview process basically. Yes. And the school is Spring Street International School. I'll write it.
Yeah, we can eventually just put that in the
Yeah.
chat. Maybe for the high school and also for the university, so the person has both.
Yeah. And university is Ursinus College. Here we go.
Okay, so we will add it here. So hopefully, in case if you need it and it's gonna be useful.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, and the name the name of the university we will also add that here. So yeah, please use it in case if you're doing your research.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I believe,
Mhm.
yeah. And I believe that Spring Street International School, they got the partnership with one of the exchange programs in Europe. So I'm not sure which one, but there is opportunity to go through that the school through the exchange programs too. So
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
yeah.
Usually, I mean, between all the countries, there are a lot of exchange programs. So you can either, it might be Fulbright, it might be a program that is specifically run in your country and it's managed by your government. So you can
Yeah,
just go on Google and search more about that. But I tend to think that that might be Fulbright, but the student has to
of
do
course.
its research in this.
Yeah.
And I think there was a thing that I've asked you, and I don't think I got the answer to. It's about work. Have you worked on campus or not?
Yes. Yes. I'm working on campus right
You
now
did.
as
Okay,
a
can you
golden.
tell us more about that? Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm working on campus as a golden ambassador, as a tour guide, and also I had the
Mhm.
a Native American project that I've worked for. I'm being paid by the school, and so I got my immigration kind of like documents provided from my international student advisor. So that gives me opportunity to work on campus. I believe it's 20 hours per week during the study session, and then I have, I believe,
Mhm.
30 or 40 hours a week during the breaks.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that. And how did you
Yeah,
found
of
your
course.
this job? Was that the counselor or advisor that helped you with this?
Uh, I, when I was touring the school, my senior year of high school, I talked with the college president at that time, and she said, "Okay, email this person, and we will be in touch with you during your first semester." So I did, and I kind of got a job right away. It was pretty easy to get, and all the jobs on campus, especially in smaller schools, are really easy to get. You can put your hands like basically to in our departments, like basically in all departments, and you can earn money to kind of help you uh, to buy some stuff in the US because it's kind of pricey sometimes. But yeah, it's pretty great opportunity even like to get some knowledge in the field.
Great. Thank you so much. I think we've covered all the questions, and thank you so much for those who have submitted them. I really appreciate the fact that you have been today with us and you shared your experience, and I really hope
Of
that
course.
those who've been with us today, they will also use that, and they will consider your advices when they will do their research. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, everyone that have joined us today, and thank you so much, Nikita. I wish you good luck And
Thank you.
I really hope that when changing your minor now, that would also give you some more opportunities in the future. And eventually you'll have more hands-on experience, with the
Yeah.
years. And that would be useful for your CV as well. Thanks again, and I wish everyone else a great, great evening.